All right, Halloween idea number 7. If you want to get creative and you actually want your living space to be a haunted house experience for your guests or guest, and you want somebody's coming over to watch a horror movie with you, okay? You can do this any time of the year, extra special during, September and October, obviously, but what you want to first do is you want to get kite string. Okay, really strong kite string. It's very thin and it's very strong. It can take a lot of friction, a lot of pressure. Okay, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the kite string and practice and rig up different elements within the room space that you're going to watch the movie in with your friends. Okay, and you want your chair to have basically all the controls. And what do I mean by all the controls? Well, I'm going to give you an example. You see these posters right here? Let's say you buy some cheap posters you don't care much about, okay? You put them up on the space, the walls of the room you're watching a movie in, okay? Get one spooky poster that you don't mind ripping, okay? And then what you want to do is you're going to have a string taped to the arm of your chair. Okay, you want to kind of like a kitchen chair you're sitting in or something. Okay, that has like kind of wooden arms. And what you do is you put a little tiny note, maybe just a P for poster on top of it, because you're gonna have a lot of different strings on your chair arms. Okay, and on the other end of the string, okay, you're going to take a paper clip. And the paper clip's going to have to be opened a bit, okay? And you're going to have to do some experimentation here. You're going to tie the string to the circular part of the paper clip, and then the open part, you're going to put it in the top of the poster and make a tiny rip, okay? Now, the ideal situation is that you can just you're watching the movie and just casually tug on the string, and that string will then rip down the poster, and you'll be watching the movie with your friends, and all of a sudden a poster on the wall will rip in half to their amazement, and they will have no idea how the hell it happened. Now, the string can't be hanging down, level of your arm. It can't be seen, okay? No, the room has to be dark. Put a little bit of fog in the room too. Just a little bit, that's all you need. And if you want, you can take typically kite string. If you can find a darker color, that's great. But if it's only white, what you do is you stretch out the length you need. That's a big part. And then you take a permanent marker and just you don't have to get it perfect, just darken it a bit all the way down. So you want to have pulley systems. Okay, pulley systems are really important. Okay, when you're making a haunted room experience and you're just sitting there and nobody knows what the hell is going on. Okay, so this is just for poster ripping. I'll get into some other things later, but poster ripping, okay? You're going to have to do some tests with just white sheets of paper on the wall, okay? And ideally, you want the string to be not seen at all. So situate your chair in the perfect position in the room, that there's not a lot of eyes. Nobody's really looking at your arms of the chair. And you can make pulley systems using packing tape, and then you put packing tape or really strong tape on the wall, all right, and make a bubble inside the packing tape, tape a tissue to the middle, and that's where the string is going to glide through, okay? If you don't want to put tape on your walls, you can use existing curtain rod strings that might be on your curtains. Okay, this doesn't take a lot of pressure to rip it, but it does take some physics, and you need to practice, which I can't define for you here on this video, but it gives you the idea to have some fun and figure this out. I will tell you that I did this in a room full of people watching a movie during the Halloween season, and these were adults, and people were scared shitless. There was a guy sitting next to the poster, had no idea how it was happening, okay? and I'm just sitting there acting shocked. You know, you act shocked, of course. Okay, so you want the string, you need to be able to pull, and basically you're pulling down so it rips down, but you don't want the string really hanging too much, although depending on your seating situation, maybe you could do it that way, okay? Because for this haunted trick, you do need to pull down. So if you had a pulley system on the ceiling, let's say, you're going to be pulling and it's going to be coming down this way. Now, the alternative, if you want to put a pulley system on your ceiling, is you can start it on the bottom, okay, instead of the top. So it doesn't matter, but it's still cool. Start on the bottom, pulley system, rip up, okay? So this is a Halloween idea number 7 on having your guests see a poster rip in half during a movie. Okay? Do with it what you will. Have fun. Happy Halloween.